You are the light. You are the light. Now, I'm going to talk about some other things, and then at the very end, the answer to everything I'm saying is that you are the light. Okay, so just remember that. I'm giving you a spoiler before I even get to this thing. All right, so two roads diverged in the wood, and I took the path less traveled, and it has made all the difference. I think that's it. I may have gotten a word or two wrong, but anyway, that is the quote from Robert Frost, and we all know that one. I think it kind of created a programming in our society that there are two ways to do things. There's the way society says to do them, and then there's your way. You can be true and authentic to yourself. Except I'm beginning to realize that maybe we kind of messed up what the your way was, and not that he did, but that we did. And so I want to kind of dispel some myths about those two paths, and then tell you the third path that I've been thinking of. So the two paths that I think are the normal society way and your way, right? So let's talk about number one. Number one is your way. I'm sorry. There are two of them, and I got it wrong. The normal way, society's way, right? This is basically someone else's path. It's the way that everything in our society is set up. Governments are set up this way. Be born, go to school, get good grades so you can graduate and get a job, so you can get old and get a pension or a 401k or whatever the hell they have now, and then hurry up and die so that we can make room for more people. And that's basically the normal way. And where schools teach you this way. Kindergarten is employee garden. That's what that word means. It's like we're just trying to create an assembly line of human beings to just come in, do some shit, and get the fuck out. And that's basically all we want, is that. And this path, the normal way, is bright. It's very bright. It's lit up. Maybe you see where I'm going with this. It's lit up, right? Because other people have trotted down this path many, many, many times, and it's tried and true. And yeah, there's happiness in it. It's not slavery. It's not drudgery. It's you're not living in a dank cave, and you don't have chains on you. It's not anything horrible. It's you can get a good job. You can work at a thing you like. You can get married. You can have kids. You can go on vacations. You can do all these things. In this path, it's fine. It's very pleasant some days. Some days not so pleasant, but that's life. And it's bright, and so a lot of us go down that way because it's well lit and we can see ahead. We can figure out, well, if I do this and I do this and I invest here and I do this and I work here and I don't work there and I do this, then I can kind of see where I'm going, and you know what? That feels safe to me, and I do it and I go. And that's the normal way. And then there's your way, right? There's your path. That's the road less traveled. Maybe it's entrepreneurial. Maybe it's a business owner. Maybe it's being an artist. Maybe it's making a living out of your passion. And here's where I think it kind of gets messed up for us, is that it's not really your way. It's your version of somebody else's ideas, because this path has a lot of options in it that are also pretty brightly lit, even though they're maybe not as bright as that one. That one is bright. That one is like well lit. Look at this. There's McDonald's signs and all this stuff, and just completely daylight. This one is kind of like night on a big highway, and there's it's nighttime, but there's 1,000 cars and headlights and the signs and all that stuff. You can really see where you're going. And you have to kind of figure it out yourself. This normal path was figured out for you. Just get in line and march and just go right down the line, and everything is taken care of for you. You don't have to think about a thing. This path is... you kind of have to figure things out yourself. Is my business going to be like this? Am I going to sell this? Are these going to be my customers? Am I going to do this? Am I going to do that? Except it's still within the confines of somebody else's game. Because we kind of get stuck being entrepreneurial or being artists in the way that was laid out for us. A lot of people here, whether you consider yourself an entrepreneur or not, we're trying to figure out how to make money with art by playing the game that's already been laid out for us. Well, I could sell my stuff for commissions, or I could take it to a market, or I could present it in this gallery, or I could whatever. You know, the ways to do it are laid out before you, and you can choose 1 or 5 or 10 or 100. And yeah, you don't have a job and you're not working for the man, but it's still somebody else's game that you're trying to fit yourself into. And you have to figure it out. The problem with it is that you're trying to figure it out from within this 3D meat suit, right? You're trying to figure it out here in this game instead of what I think the third path should be, which is to allow yourself to figure it out from within the quantum, to figure it out from your source energy point of view. And I think that the reason that a lot of us, if not all of us, tend to shy away from this path is because it is pitch black. It's pitch black. It is absolutely dark. That normal path, well lit, daylight, boom, look at that. I can see everything. I can see all the way to retirement and death. That's amazing. I'll never have to worry about a thing if I take this job and work for these people and do that shit. Boom, let me go down that path. No worries. This path is pretty well lit. I could do an entrepreneurial business. I could sell my art this way. I could sell my art that way. It might work this way. It might not work that way, but I can switch around and I can do it. And bam, you know what? I can kind of see where I'm going this way. That way is better than that way because I can do art. This way I have to get a job and maybe I can do art. This way is my true, authentic way, and it is pitch black. I ain't doing that one. It's too dark. I can't see 5 feet in front of my face. I can't see my hand. You know what I mean? And here's the thing. This way, other people have figured it out for you. This way, you have to figure it out yourself. This way, you don't have to figure out anything. All you have to do, the reason it is so dark is because it's your path and your path alone. Nobody else has walked on it yet. Nobody else has taken that path, and you are the light. There. See, I said I started with you are the light. That's the answer to where I was going with this. You should have seen that coming. If that surprised you, that's on you, because I told you right at the very beginning. You are the light. You. It's pitch black. It will remain pitch black as long as you're looking at it from out here. You have to step into it, and then your light shines, and you can see a little bit. But you can't see all the way to retirement and death yet. You can only see to tomorrow. You can only see, man, I really want to do this. I want to do this. I want to paint like this. I want to sing this stuff. I want to dance like this. I want to create this stuff. This is me. I want to do this with my entire life. And there is no figuring it out. Well, if I do it this way and I sell it here and I go there. No, we're trying to figure all this stuff out so that we can justify being an artist in a world that tells us being an artist is dumb. We're trying to justify it to these people. These people don't give a shit about us. I'm telling you right now, they don't. We're trying to justify our existence to people who don't care. And in doing so, we are not looking down the path. We are not stepping into the path that we should be stepping into because it's dark and scary. And all these other people saying, don't go that way. It's dark and scary. There's wolves and lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. Don't do it. Don't do it. But as soon as you do it, you step in. And the universe goes, the light's here. And I can see, look, I can go here now. And you step a little further, and it goes. And it's not like headlights. It's not like we can look with our eyes and see like headlights. It's like now we step in, and when you look back, it's lit up. Because now, in hindsight, the way you got to where you are now is obvious. You could have never figured it out. You could have never figured out how you got here, and you still can't figure out how you're going to get there in the future. You just have to trust that this dark, pitch dark path is the way. It's just waiting for you to step into it and light it up. You are the light. Anyway, let's go to the comments if there are any. There are. So let's go to them. I read all these. You're at Burger King, and now you're at Hobby Lobby. Like a second later, are they next door to each other? I'm in the drive-through line right now at Hobby Lobby. Well, nobody. No, at Burger King. I know. Amy. Well, nobody here because you started on time. Yeah, I'm never doing that again. Kirsten is here. Ray says hi. You guys are all like tuning in and saying hi, and I'm already like halfway into my spiel. I'm not doing that anymore. I like started boop right on time. I gotta wait. Robin says, you just talked about your way, and I'm having it my way at Burger King. That's pretty funny. Neon Gods. What does that mean? That's cool. That's like a name for a band. That's really cool. Oh, by the way, it's time for a sip of wine. It's Friday night. I'm having wine. I don't have to go anywhere. I told my wife I should fill the glass to the top and then be like, oh, it's Friday night. And then like pick up this gigantic glass of wine and it's filled to the top. And she's like, nobody would even notice. Nobody would even think twice about that. And I was like, you're probably right. So I didn't do it because knowing me, I would have spilled it. Neon Gods. I like that. Ty is here. Hi, Ty. How you doing? Nice to see you. Is that a new profile picture? Oh, Mikey's here. Where you been, buddy? Happy Friday, fellow light workers. Hey, pal. Nice to see you. And Richard is here. I'm always cutting new paths. It's hard work, but more rewarding and way more fun. It is hard work, and I'm going to change okay, dude. I'm going to change your words once again. I'm going to change hard work to scary work. And here's a really good example, right? I have told you these stories already, and I'm going to put these stories that I've told you in the light of what I'm talking about here today. If you've been watching Daily Fuel for the past month or so, then you've heard the story about we got a new car and I got a new computer, and just today I canceled yesterday, whatever. I canceled my Adobe account and I got all new software. So why are those things? I am the light. What does that mean? Well, the old me who was trying to go down this my way, but I'll figure it out as an entrepreneur guy. That guy who was going down that path, like I told this path to go F itself a long time ago. This go get a job thing, like I was like 25 years old and I was like, get the hell out, I ain't doing that, forget it, no, And I'm doing this one because this was the road less traveled, and I thought, well, there's two choices. And I got stuck on this one now. So that guy going down this one was fine as long as nothing went wrong. As long as every day was smooth. But as soon as there was a bump in the road, your car broke down, it was like, couldn't handle it. Could not handle anything not being right. Right? So, except now I've been working on myself and my self-awareness and my idea of this path, that when my car did break down, I didn't freak out. Instead, I said, what's the gift here? And it ended up that we fixed that car relatively easily and got a new car. And all that led to another, but except the new car wouldn't have happened. That breaking down was the catalyst to get us there. I was like, that was great. That worked out great. And then just more recently, the computer. I've been wanting to replace this computer that I had for a long time. I didn't like it. It just wasn't great. And then one day it just, well, if you're not going to go get a new computer, the universe said to me, then we're going to make you go get a new computer here. Boom! Lightning strikes, not literally, but, well, that did happen literally to an older computer of mine. Lightning struck and my computer got fried. that did happen once before. But in this case, figuratively, lightning strikes and the computer just died. And and instead of freaking out, I said, nah, you know what? I'm going to get a new computer. I don't know how and I don't know when, but I'm not going to freak out about it. And I went to sleep that night. And the next morning, I thought of an idea. And a couple hours later, I had a new computer. And then the same thing with the Adobe thing. They got rid of a service that I need, and I didn't freak out. I just said, you know what? I've been wanting to get rid of Adobe for a long time. This is the catalyst that I need, and I just took it as a gift. So it's hard work in the sense that it requires self-awareness. It requires you to figure out what you really want. And I'm going to talk more about this true path because it's requiring me to really hone down this business model that I'm trying to create for myself. And because I keep making the same mistake down this path where I keep figuring out what I think I can make money selling, and this is what I want to make. But in order to make it fit down this path to sell something, I kind of have to add this and take this out and do this. And then the next thing you know, I have a Frankenstein's monster of a piece of shit that I don't actually want to make. And I keep coming back to this thing that I want to make, except I don't see a business model that suits me for it. So I have to go down this dark path, and I just have to say, you know what? I want to make this thing. I know for a fact I want to make this thing. I know for a fact this thing is leading me down this dark path. I can't see what's down this path. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this thing as a business model. Screw it. I'm going, and that's what I'm doing. So that's where this live topic came from. So it is hard work, but you're absolutely right. It can be more rewarding and way more fun because I get to make this instead of this. This being the thing I don't want to make. Donna, it took me years to find my way. There you go. Very good. Congratulations on doing that. Ty, walking into the unknown is scary, but it's worth finding out what it's like walking through the darkness and realizing that you are the light. Yes, I wrote about that recently. Awesome. In a song? Post it. Robin, we can only see this moment. Yeah, that's true. That's true, because even when you are the light, you're not going to shine the light all the way down the path to see all the way to the end of the game. And if you think about it, you wouldn't want to do that anyway. You want to be surprised and delighted along the path. It's what you want. Except when we realize that being surprised and delighted along the path means that I can't see down the path. Then we go, oh, I didn't know that. Well, what did you think? It can't be a surprise if you could see it all the way down there. I see that thing coming, right? Looking to those who don't get us invites. Looking to those who don't get us. I thought it said don't get us invites, like they didn't get us invitations. Looking to those who don't get us invites trouble for us. Yes, exactly right. If we're trying to justify ourselves as artists, as entrepreneurs, as business owners, as whatever you classify yourself as, we're all, even just being spiritual, whether we're talking about like a business or a money kind of thing either, even sometimes just being spiritual people in this normal world is not normal. The normal just doesn't mean right. It just means more people do it than not. So what is normal? Normal is go get a job and do that crap, right? Except we're not normal. So, and thank God, who wants to be normal? I don't want to be normal. Because it leads us down the wrong path for us. Oh, there was more. Sorry. It invites trouble for us because it leads us down the wrong path. Absolutely, Robin. Donna, I used to be so scared to walk through the back of the wardrobe. Oh, the Narnia reference. Yeah, right, exactly. It's all of these things. It's like we have to take some step into the unknown. The Narnia wardrobe is a great example of that. No, I was at Hobby Lobby, then I got hungry, and now I'm eating my French fries first before Whopper Juniors after. Okay. Donna, it's Saturday morning. Put the wine... Well, you're in Australia, right? Is that what you are? Where are you? Where are you, Donna? Blake is here. Hello. Hello, Blake. How are you? Nice to see you. Neon Gods, Sounds of Silence. You got to give me some context here. I don't know what we're talking about. I can't have wine yet because I'm driving, and besides, I'm not at home. Yeah, it's hard to drink and drive without. They frown on that. Stephanie's here. Hi. What's the gift here? I love that. Yeah, that's something I've been saying lately. When a thing goes wrong, this thing happens. Oh man, that sucks, right? It's like I asked myself when the car broke down, what's the gift here? I know the universe has my back. I believe that. theoretically, right? Hypothetically, yes, absolutely. In this instance, give me a freaking break. The car broke down. That is a bad thing objectively, right? No. What's the gift? There's a gift here. The gift was, as it turned out, that I had been neglecting something with the car that I kind of intuitively knew there was something wrong. It turned out that there was something that was going to go catastrophically wrong if it wasn't fixed. So the universe just made the starter die, so I couldn't start the car and drive it anymore. Had to get it towed over there, and they looked at it and said, look at this thing. It was about to explode, and your entire family would have exploded in a fireball. Not really, not that catastrophic, but bad. You know, like the wheel could have fallen off or something. And they were like, so we fixed that. And so whew, that was good. And except I didn't know it, you know. And it was one of those things like when the engine light's on and you're just like, I don't see it. I don't see it. Right? So the universe is like, hey, we're giving you the warning signs here, but you're not listening. So boom, your starter doesn't work. And that was just a new starter. That wasn't a big deal. Except then it was they fixed the thing on the wheel too, and then something else happened that started us thinking like we really need a backup car because it was our only car, and luckily it broke down like a mile from the house, not like 20 miles from the house, because my wife was driving. Except I wouldn't have had a car to go get her. You know what I mean? So it was just like, so now we figured out how to get another. Now we have two cars. So it all happened because the car broke down. Bad thing, except now we are in a very much better situation. So that was the gift. Amy, I think there are signposts from the universe when you go down the unlit path. There absolutely are. Absolutely. I would agree with that. But we can't see them from here. You know what I mean? It's like you can't stand at the on-ramp and see down the path. Once you get on the path, the lights start lighting up. The signs start lighting up because you are the light. It's pitch black because there's no light yet. You gotta turn on your light. When did you start looking at things as a gift? Is that something new from after having this group? Yes. It's something new from after doing Daily Fuel for quite some time. And then, it's something new and it's not something new. It's something that I practiced and evolved. So, I mean, I can figure that it goes back a little further, but really specifically, what is the gift? Like asking that question is brand new. Starting with the car, I think. But being able to do it as a result of the work that we do here in Daily Fuel. Build it and they will come. Yeah, that's kind of what we're talking about here. That's another way of saying this is you'll see how to do it. It might end up being one of those traditional ways. I'm not saying stop selling your art on commission or to get rid of your business. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying that a lot of times I was making decisions in my business based on what I saw other entrepreneurs do. Oh, well, if he could do it, maybe I can do it. And then I would try to do that because it was a lit up path that I could travel down. I wasn't going down that one. So I was proud of myself that I'm like, I'm not getting a job. I'm not doing that crap. I'm doing my own thing. Those were my only two choices. Except that none of the ways that other entrepreneurs do it seem to ever work for me. I don't want to do that crap, and I don't want to do that crap, and I don't want to sell this way, and I don't want to do it that way. I don't want to turn my thing into a thing that I don't want to make. And that's what kept happening. I kept getting some successful business going on, selling something that I didn't even want to make. I don't want to sell this. I don't want to make this. I don't want to talk about this stuff. That's why I haven't created a product for this group, because I didn't want to just, here's a thing for sale, and now people are like, oh great, Bobby made a thing, let's start buying it, can I have more of that please, and here's an order for more, and here's an order for more, and I'm just like, I hate this thing. I don't want to do that. So I've been walking down this path instead and allowing it to come to me organically. Have we been a help to you in looking at things differently? Yes, absolutely. Not you, Robin, but everybody. No, I'm kidding. Absolutely. Everybody, including you, all of you, have been a help. Not this guy. I knew you would change that word. I more mean physically and very time consuming. But the knowledge and the skills I need to create stuff that's not. I'm sorry. I knew you would change that word. Right. You said it's hard work. Okay. I more mean physically and time consuming. Okay. It is. It really is. It's a lot easier to just go get a job, do what you're told, come home, watch TV, have a beer, play with the kids, go to sleep. That's easier. I think it's harder in the sense that it taxes your soul and causes stress and disease, but it's easier on a day-to-day basis, right? But the knowledge and skills I need to create stuff that's not been done before often seem like I already have them. Yeah, it's so easy. That's it. It's your path, right? Remember when I said it was like if I went on a trip, I knew I'd pack stuff? I packed it on the path. Right? That's where I put it. I put it along this path. And the only problem is the path is so dark that I'm too afraid to walk down it and go get my stuff. So I'm looking for it over here. I didn't leave it over here. I'm looking for it down here. I knew I didn't leave it down here, so I didn't even bother with that one. But I'm looking for it over here. And I'm going, where's my shit? I didn't, where is it? It's down there in the dark. Oh, but that's dark. Lions and tigers and bears, right? I don't want to go down there. Well, you gotta. Well, Richard went down there. But his path isn't my path, it's Richard's path. And he went down that path. And he lit it up because we're all this. It's not that I have my path and I'm going to light it up and watch me do it. Well, you have your own path. You are the light. And as soon as he went down that path, and as soon as he just started to create stuff that's not been done before because it's Richard shit, right? It just seems like I already know how to do this somehow. Why? Because all the resources he packed before he came here, and he put them on that path, and he went, here I go, going down that path, and now I'm doing it on my path. And I suggest you do it on your path. Robin's comments are short today because she's eating. That's so funny. You guys crack me up. Thunder from Down Under. Yeah, right. You're in Australia. Sounds of Silence. You're too young. No, I know the song. The Simon and Garfunkel. I just don't know what Neon Gods is. Is that a band that covered it? Unwanted moments are revelations in disguise. Yeah. Right, exactly. What's the gift here? Wait for it, right? It's going to be legend, wait for it, dairy, right? But you got to wait for it. We don't want to wait for it. We freak out. It's going to be like the universe is like, it's going to be legend. You're like, fuck, no, I don't like this. No. And the universe is like, oh, okay, sorry, you don't want that. But now you got to deal with the aftermath of this crappy thing that happened. I was going to show you something amazing as a result, but whatever. You can freak out if you want. How are you driving and typing? That's to Robin. Yeah, Robin, how are you driving and typing? Are you doing voice to text? I tried brick and mortar store once. Didn't like it. Didn't like it, didn't do it, or whatever. Wasted money? No, I learned a lot from the experience. Yeah, that's the positive side of trying anything and it not working out, is that you learn from it. But we actually have to learn something from it. We have to. The problem, I think, is that sometimes we learn things and then try the same thing again. We didn't learn the right lesson. See, for me, it was going down this path of like, I don't want a job, I know that, so I'm going to be an entrepreneur and I'm going to try this guru's way and I'm going to try this teacher's way. And the lesson I was being taught was, do it your own way. It doesn't work for you when you do it someone else's way. But the lesson I was learning was, well, that guy's way didn't work, and that guy's way didn't work, and that one of these people has to know the way I can do that. This guy's way didn't work, and this guy's way didn't work, and this guy's way didn't. And meanwhile, my soul is going, oh my God, dude, your own path is right here. You're the light. Go down it. And so I got it. Here I am. Yes. And Kirsten's here. Hello. So glad to be on the same path. We may be walking our paths in darkness, but we are not alone. Our love and support in the group will help us shine our light a little brighter. Yeah. You know what? And sometimes that's part of it too. Is that's what I think co-creation is. It's like when you have people around you that are on a similar journey. We don't have to do it together like locked arm in arm. But if we're all doing this, first of all, understand that when you go down that dark path, there are no lions and tigers and bears on that path. Our brain just perceives that there could be, and we get afraid because it's dark and unknown. But creation is all in the unknown, because I don't mean that there's a path laid out that's set in stone and we just can't see it. That's just a metaphor. What I mean is that we need to step into the unknown, and that when we step into the unknown, we have to say, you know what? I'm not going to try and do it the way somebody else figured it out for me. And I'm not going to try to just figure it out myself as a monkey with a big brain. What I'm going to do is I'm going to step into this unknown. It feels a little scary because I don't know what's going to happen, but I trust that whatever does happen is going to be amazing. That's just it. It's going to be amazing. And I'm going to step into it, and the next step is going to light up, and it's just going to get better and better and better and better as I go along. And sure, some days the car is going to break down, but the car breaks down not because you messed up and how did I attract this crap, right? That's not why the car breaks down. The car breaks down because the universe is like, hey, I know you wanted a new car, so before you can get a new car, you got to get that old piece of crap out of the driveway. Here, it doesn't work anymore. Get rid of it. And you go, oh no, my car doesn't work anymore. What am I going to do? Right? Do you like the voices? I've been watching Carol Burnett on YouTube sometimes, and I feel like I've been hamming it up a little bit more lately. Kirsten, didn't like it. Yeah, you didn't like the brick and mortar store. And my hands are busy. Yeah. Robin, I love you. You complete a sentence 10 comments later, and I have no idea what the beginning of that sentence was. I have to pick up fries, hold a burger, and try to type with an iPad. An iPad? Not even your phone? You're like on a... How are you doing that? Under the steering wheel paired with my phone. Wow, you crack me up. Oh my God, I give up. I'm going to Google it and be like, But you could have just written a complete paragraph and told me what you're talking about also. So, no. LOL. And Donna says, Robin can have the booby prize. I have to go. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you, Donna. Have a wonderful day in Australia. And Blake, be the light, create your own way. Yes, I like the voices. Cool, me too. I'm going to keep doing them. Thank you guys so much. That's the last comment that we have in the moment. And I'm done. So let's have another sip of wine, shall we? Robin, not you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, tonight, this morning, whatever the heck time it is for you. And I'll see to what day is today? Friday. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. And Blake, you get the booby prize tonight. Have a wonderful thing. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.